Welcome to Tarot Q&A Tuesday. Here we are back again, sharing the wisdom from the mystics of the past. We've been talking about this a lot on Cosmic Consulting, how history, the golden days, the old times, a lot of wisdom back then. So let's share the wisdom of the tarot today. It's an understanding of how to deepen our self-awareness. It's a portal into our subconscious mind. And the reason we would want access to that mind is so we can become more aware of our larger self, of the self that is more of our complete auric field, our soul, which spreads far wider than our physical body. And I feel it's time to really help people to understand that we are so much more than this physical body. And when we ask the questions to the tarot that are very materialistic, they can bring up answers that people are not wanting to hear, because quite often the answers are all about inner growth, not external expansion. And when we grow internally, we open ourselves up to greater fulfillment and happiness. And that's what we do in my Cosmic Consulting classes and one-on-one. We help people to find their way in the world. I'm just a guide, helping people to find their own way, like tapping into their innate wisdom in their heart. And our heart it's the conduit between spirit and land, real life on earth, real human life, I should say. Don't ask me where that spell came from. It just popped out when I began. Today we're going to begin with two people's questions that have been sent in. We've got a few more than that when we're going to launch into the collective consciousness card. I have a feeling the collective consciousness reading will be more than one card today. I feel called to do more of a spread. However, we'll just roll with what happens. So anyway, for those who have only just come across Tarot Q&A Tuesday, I'm Fiona McLeod, and I am an intuitive business and life consultant, helping people to find their best path for their highest good and most happiness. So today we're going to begin with Marissa's question. Is it a good idea to leave school and work full-time with a plan to work on super yachts when I turn 18? Well, this is what I mean by human questions. Of course we're going to ask them though. I mean, it's absolutely fine. However, the idea really is to tune into your innate wisdom, get more clear on your own intuition, so that when you've got decisions to make, you just simply sit quietly with yourself and feel into your heart. And one of the easiest ways to get yes and no answers from yourself, even if you feel like you're not tapped into your intuition, is to simply feel what your heart does when you intellectually ask it a question. So you tap out of the knowledge for the moment, feel into the heart, and when you think of the opportunity to, for example, work until you can go onto the super yachts, leave school, whatever question you choose to sit with, does your heart kind of expand and get swollen and open up and a little bit excited, or does it actually constrict and really go in a more of a let's protect myself kind of mode? That will give you an answer, because that's a no and that's a yes. And any of us can do this at any time, even if it's about buying a new dress or dating a new guy or taking a new job or what should we have for dinner tonight. Obviously we need to ask yes no questions, because that way we can tune into the heart for a yes no answer. But let's just tap into Marissa's energy to see what's best for her. We're going to talk about the school. Is it time to depart that institution? And if whatever the answer is, we want to know why. Okay, let's get into this. The answer for Marissa is it time to depart or stay? Depart? Is it time to depart? Yes it is. I feel it is honestly a time for you to start celebrating all of your skills. And I'm not sure those are skills that are generally taught in the normal school platform. I feel that your skills are perhaps a little bit more creative and not necessarily by the book career types. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a normal job that I feel you'll ease into over the next few years. So the question is, do you get a job, and then is a super yacht's a good idea for you? Super yachts. Super yachts. I'm not convinced about the super yachts yet. I do feel it's more about having a gap year to get your feelers out there, explore yourself in ways of things that light your heart up, not just things that you do for fun, also things that could be financially rewarding. It's getting creative with ideas that what it feels like is you need to be in a safe environment where you have the opportunity to explore opportunities. What I mean by this is, like, live at the parents' house of sorts while you play ideas for your own unique style of career, where this will be a year, a gap year, some might say, where you take time to be more self-discovery. And I've pulled the Death card, which is a wonderful card to get in this scheme of things. This is all about new beginnings and becoming more of your authentic self, like not doing what society has told you to do, instead more allow yourself to gradually explore what you're here as a soul to serve. Now, in order to give you some inspiration to do that, because I feel this is not at all the answer you were looking for, but I want you to be inspired, because I do feel you may end up going back to university and potentially studying something along the lines of psychology. Just a thought, but in the meantime, it's all about self-exploration. Ooh, bit more than you expected there, wasn't it, Marissa? Pretty awesome, though. Pretty awesome. Sometimes life skills are better than actual traditional education. Let's talk to Carmen. Do you see my friend and I in a place together? Thanks, Fee. Emoji. All right, Carmen. Let's have a look into this. When she says friend, I believe she's referring to a romantic partner. Now, I just want to feel into this relationship. Before we go anywhere further than this, I want to get a vibe for the dynamics of this relationship that Carmen is in, because moving in together is clearly a big move. Carmen, this relationship. Don't even know the name of this dude. However, it's irrelevant when it comes to energy. We don't need names, we don't need labels, we just need vibration. Well, I'm going to be honest, Carmen. I feel you're still in two minds about this guy. However, hold the line caller. This is a time for rapid personal growth. This is a time to come into your 8 energy, the personal power, the inner strength. You know, I bang on about this a lot because it's all about that self-rising, self-realization, self-mastery. And there's time for more growth with you. I'm going to say no, but it's always a free will choice. It just doesn't feel the best move right now. However, that's not to say you wouldn't overcome those restrictions once you come more into your own self-belief. And when you are in more of a stronger point with your individual sovereignty, your queendom, then you can decide whether he's the one to move in with and whether to move in if he is. So step 1, always start the question with step 1. I mean, I know that sounds so obvious for everyone. I'm not referring to Carmen here. Every decision we make has a load of decisions, a load of steps, and this is what usually causes people overwhelm. So anything we're doing in life always needs to be broken down into stages so that we can naturally just do one step at a time. And that enables us to be fully present within ourselves and enjoy our life more in the moment whilst achieving a small step every day. Even if we just write lists of things to do. You know, there are some things in life that I do resist, and they're silly things, right? I really do not enjoy jobs that are not creative or fun. Like, I had to go and drop my car off to the panel beaters today. Boring. What a waste of my precious time. Cannot someone else do this for me? But no one's going to do it today. So that sort of thing. Filling out forms for the insurance. Oh, God. But you know what? Write a list of all these things, the boring jobs we have to do. And then there's some level of gratification and sense of achievement when we can cross them off or tick the list. And those moments may sound silly to you, but those moments actually have this little energetic shift in our body. So instead of dreading those jobs that we don't want to do, we actually turn the vibration, and we get this sense of, that's nice. I've ticked that box. I've achieved something. And we're like proud of ourselves, or we feel a sense of achievement, or whatever it is for that individual. Many people love ticking boxes. I mean, who doesn't love ticking boxes? If you don't, in the YouTube, put a thumbs down. No, don't. Put a thumbs up. Put a thumbs up anyway. If you are watching YouTube, I would really appreciate some gratification. And so if you wouldn't mind popping 5 yellow hearts into the comments today, that would be amazing, because it's good to know who's watching the replay. Okay, girls and guys, we are going to launch into the collective consciousness card, or cards, today. And this is the reading for all of you, every single person who happens to be witnessing this video right now. The message that we need to hear. It's been quite a shift in the atmosphere over the last 48 hours with the super new moon coming into play. Do you know what? I'll confess, I didn't realize it was a super new moon, but I felt it so strongly. And then someone said to me it was a super new moon. I'm like, obviously. So we know and we don't know, right? We obviously know so much more than we actually intellectualize. So it's the feeling side of us. It's our instinct I'm referring to. It's our extra senses, knowing we're more than the humanness. Collective conscious. Getting there. Safe and appropriate to do a reading for all those working with us today. We're going to have one card here. This is the first card. We need any more cards? Yes, we do. The more cards. We're going to tell a little story, I feel. We're going to tell a little story. A story. I'm getting 3 cards. Right. Excited. Oh, I'm so excited. This is like all about the cosmic consulting lately, of course. We begin with the Magician card. Now, Magician, number 1 in the tarot deck. He is the spellcaster. Oh, we're being challenged here right now. Oh my God, I'm going to choose a couple more cards. I'll show you why I'm going to choose a couple more cards, because I've just pulled these. Not as exciting cards. I was aiming to find a way of describing doom and gloom and stress. So this is going to be a very, very, very powerful reading for all of us watching this. I'm going to work into it. Bear with me, because there's a lot to be said for how this is going to unfold. Last week on Tarot Q&A Tuesday, we talked a lot about money being dominant on people's minds. So this is the order of our events here. Hello Leah, nice to have you here. A better late than never. We have already pulled Marissa's card, but you can wait for your one. So this is the collective conscious reading. We have one more card to get, and then I will explain the story to all of us in need of this explanation. Far out. Is that meant to be? No. Okay, we're going to get as far as we've got here, and then I'm going to pull the 5th card. Where are we going with this? This is a common story in society. We have all these wants and desires. We have all these ideas. We have these wishes and these dreams. And we do need to get clear on them. And many of us do get clear on them, what they are, what we want. When we know what we want, the most important thing to do is ask yourself why. Like, how do you think it's going to make you feel? Because that feeling word is the key ingredient to embrace, to cultivate within you in order to clear some blocked energy around your heart. Now, this is a lot of information that usually only my paid clients get. This magician, he is sending a message to the universe, putting his hand in the air, making a channel to get what he wants in reality down here. This energy has to flow through his heart. His heart is where he feels his emotions. And when he wants stuff for only material gain and is not in tune with his emotions or the feelings he wants to embrace by gaining that material thing, he's missing the point. Magic comes by being fully present with your feelings and emotions and focusing directly on what you want by feeling into what that manifestation would actually feel like, what you think it will feel like. But there's more, because the magic in this is that block that is not enabling that manifestation to come true is the key to opening more of your heart, thereby shining more of your light. This is a lot for some people because people don't understand what that means. What it means is to come more into finding out what your soul's purpose actually is on this planet Earth. And why? Because being on our soul's purpose and living with a deeper, meaningful reason is what is our fulfillment, what gives us that, I love my life feeling. What happens though are these two things. These are the culprits in life to inhibiting us from having everything our heart desires. Depression, focusing on what we don't want, not appreciating, head down, bum up, not being open to other ways things could be done. Doom and gloom, bad attitude, negative vibrations. One thing. So that's the key. You work on that and flow starts happening in your life. The other is overthinking, stressfulness, and not getting enough sleep. So if you're doing any of that, let's repeat. Not sleeping well, stressing too much, overthinking, feeling depressed, focusing on what you don't want, not appreciating what you've got. All of those things, if you've got one of them, if you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, how many you do, list them in the comments of this YouTube video. Because those are your answers. Those are your keys to getting exactly what you want for your abundance. This abundance can come financially, or it could be a new job opportunity, or it could simply be a new idea about how you do your life. Generally, the Ace of Pentacles is about a new job, new money opportunity, new career move, new business idea. It is representing abundance financially. Abundance is not strictly limited to finance. Abundance is understanding and appreciating all the good we have by just living in a country that, like, honestly, we're pretty safe. For example, in New Zealand, I'm not going to bang on about it and talk about people in third world countries or people with war, but you know, abundance is all around us. Once we tune into the energy of it, we get more of it back. Most of us, though, getting a bit grumpy with things not going our way. So quite a lecture today. I had a funny feeling it was going to be a big read. I almost thought about doing the entire reading on a collective consciousness concept. Maybe another day we'll do that. We're going to whiz along because we have Jess and Michelle waiting patiently for their cards to be pulled. Michelle, does the tarot feel I need a clean break and move back to Melbourne for a few months before a trip to Europe? Sounds pretty amazing. Or is the best action for me to stay in my current location? Many thanks. Well, we're going to begin with the simplicity because, as I said, always take step one before jumping the gun. And that would be, is it correct action to move or stay? So we want a yes/no answer to move through this process faster. That would be, is it correct action to move out of the current city that Michelle is in? Not coming up strong at this time, Michelle. Just want to get into it a bit deeper for you. First of all, I've got the Hanged Man, and then I've got a no, because it feels like you're wanting to move because you're working so hard at trying to create something. And once again, we've got the Pentacles, so this does look financial, business, career, working so hard, doing okay with it, but it's a lot of effort. So that's kind of a vibe that, I just want to run because it's not flowing fast enough. That's what it's feeling like. Just put this aside. Just give me a moment. I need to go a little bit deeper for you. Okay, mixed bag of messages here. I'm going to shuffle again. The reason being, yes, it could be a good idea to move and have more creative outlets and to strengthen or hasten your personal growth as well. Not that you haven't done a lot already, more that there's always more to be done. However, the reason you want to go needs to be processed before you go. Just one moment. Move to Melbourne. Not at the moment. I just feel, no, just, it's possibly a good opportunity after the Europe trip. Right now, it's just being a bit more conservative about everything. Yeah. And just be patient, have faith in the process of have faith in the process. Look, we got your surprise card again, and inner fulfillment as well. Just ride this next few months through before you leave to go overseas. Okay? Hope that was clear. There was a lot of different facets to that, because I do feel that Melbourne does have quite good energy for you, perhaps at the other side of the overseas trip. Okie doke. Who are we going to talk about now? Let's do Jess, because we have you in the room and it's nice to see you here. Recently, I've been experiencing anxiety and rumination of the past. I'm wondering what the source or reason might be and how to gently release and let those thoughts go. Great question, Jess. Very good question. Remember how I asked last week that people get a little bit more creative with their questions, just so that we're not always getting random cards, because this helps others that are watching to also get some insight into the wisdom from the tarot. So we're going to begin with some advice about the gentle release and letting go. Well, we've got the Hierophant here, and the Hierophant, as you know, Jess, is a number 5, and he's all about our beliefs and our values and having a guru or a mentor to assist you through life's challenges. And So in how to release things, yes, you can work with a person. I know that you have been doing things like that with me. Is there somebody else? No. You also, there's more. Let's just talk about, quite funny though, Jess, that we got that card. Thinking about it. More suggestions. Okay, this is a beautiful card for you to get, Jess. It's the Lovers. And how we're going to take this is remembering the polarities of life, remembering that everything in life has the extreme opposite. So cold does not exist without hot. Man does not exist without woman. Up does not exist without down. And these moments of anxiety or thoughts in the past are pretty normal human moments. So long as the anxiety is not crippling you, you can use it as a point of what we call contrast. And that is the universe kind of showing you either a dead-end road or a redirectional tool or an opportunity to launch a new idea. Now, I want to share a personal story about this because I mentioned in Cosmic Consulting the other night that I went from having kind of a stuck day on the day of the new moon to waking up the next day with, whoo, here I am, I'm back. And that the stuck day was very frustrating for me. I was like wanting to think it out, yet I'm over here on the angelic shoulder going, just listen to your heart, chill out, stop trying so hard. And I'm like, I need to know, I've got to work out my business strategy for the year. I'm like, just have the balance and hear your heart. And then I had this, it's like having the devil and the angel going on. And it was just one day and I really indulged myself in the opportunity. So what I did is I got out lots of paper and pens and I wrote down all my ideas to get them out of my head so they wouldn't stop whirling around. So journaling can be a really good idea when we are in those thoughts of the past, just to do some freestyle writing and see what you can channel through the flow of consciousness by getting out of your head and into your creativity. So first step is to not beat yourself up, to be self-compassionate so that you know that, hey, you can't always be up. It's not the human experience. Yet those funny, anxious moments are little messages. They are redirectional signals, and that's all you need to remember. Second thing, if it's very heady and focused in thoughts, get it down on paper. Get it down on paper and be creative. Just get it out of the head so you can free space up in your head. That's a little bit like meditating, except for also completely different. What it means is when you meditate, you create space in your mind, in your energy field. Just like if you take things out of your head, like if you can't sleep and you're overthinking, write down what you're thinking about and then you clear your mind so that you can sleep, right? And the third thing is to get clear on what that meant to you. And this is not an intellectual process. It's after you've got rid of the thoughts on paper, you literally feel into your body, into your heart. No questions, just feel. You can ask yourself, what do I need? What do I need right now? What do I need? And often you'll just know. And if you don't, you can allow that space to present an idea when you do know. And sometimes it's not a thought in your mind. Sometimes it's that you accidentally watch something on YouTube or that you get an email that's relevant to a mindset shift or a new idea or a new opportunity, or you bump into a friend who instigates some new inspiration. So after you've asked for the answer from the universe, like, what do I need? Why am I feeling anxious? What do I need? So think about yourself as a little child and you're witnessing this young child and they're in your care and you can see they're anxious. So what do? We ask, what do you need? Do you need a hug? Do you need to express yourself? Do you need to go run around the playground? Go for a run, do some exercise, move your body. Do you need to connect in with somebody and do something special together? Do you need to move house? Do you need to change jobs? Do you need, and think about yourself in those anxious moments as an anxious child and how you would approach that being. Boom. Pretty good. I like that. Might listen to my own advice there. It's very helpful, guys. Okay, let's look into the next person. Who is up? Leah. Yeah, she is here. Good to have you here. We're going to choose a random card for Leah. iPods. I need some of those, Leah. So I can... Leah, what's she got here? Is this a correct card for Leah? She needs a random card for some inspiration today. She's going to love this card. She just popped off the screen for some reason. This is a bunch of girls celebrating, drinking wine, if you really want to look at it like that. What's funny about this is Leah has been trying to get me out of the house to do that with her. And, right, she's back. Are you listening, Leah? She's tuning in. She's just hooking up to her audio. Leah, it's everything you've asked for. You need to drink wine with your girlfriends. Look at it. Okay, you heard it here. No, it's about celebrations. It's about having good times. It's about being social. It's about collaborating. It's about being around other people. And you've been craving that. I know that. So yes, your instinct is right. You do definitely need some social time. So plan it. Plan something special where you can celebrate each other in a social environment and have fun. And the really key ingredient here is celebrating each other, like finding each other's victories, rather than having a group get together and everyone moaning about their man or everyone having a down and out moment. But let's encourage, because I also pulled the victory card, which I didn't show you. It's very much around sharing the wins, like focusing on the achievements that you've had this year already and those that you intend to have more of, because I feel it would be so easy to stay stuck in what isn't quite flowing yet this year. You know what I mean? Yes. Okay, hope that's helpful. It's just a very specific turning point in your social realms, because like every now and then we all love a good moan and groan, don't we? I mean, sometimes it's quite funny. But it's not really great for our soul's evolution or our law of attraction attention. So let's focus on what we want, not what we don't want. Michelle, Carmen, Marissa, Leah, Jess, Naomi. Naomi wants a random card, and after that we're going to wrap it up. I feel wrap it up. Get in there, guys and girls. We're nearly there. Has anyone had anything inspiring happen to them this year that's really given them a massive, turning point? Naomi. Interesting. Because weren't you asking last week about moving house, and it came up not at this time, and now it's come up as I see you stepping into a new land where you can be more creative. And I'm going to get another card because I know it wasn't the right time and you'd been looking at a particular place to move to and it just didn't have the ready energy. Now it's saying you're moving somewhere, so I want to get a clearer idea of what exactly that is referring to, and is it the location you're in, or is it just a shift in your personal life? You know how sometimes these words moving and shifting can imply personal inner shifts or physical house shifts or more. Naomi. Oh, okay. I've got, I'm confused. I just need another card. You'll see why I'm confused in a moment, people. Okay, I'm really confused now. I shouldn't say this. I'm a professional tarot reader and I get it right every single time. Hey, I'm doing okay. Do pretty good. Move. This is actually the wedding card I got next. It's not just a wedding card. It's about celebrating the little things and having celebrations and really... Is there something coming up for you that you could create an event around? Maybe... And then I got the Wheel of Fortune card, which is actually implying change. So... I know you want more information. Because we have a couple more minutes available, I will just choose one card because I'm wondering whether this celebration, it feels like an event, and I want to know, is it your event that you're putting on, or because it feels like a shift, that event could be quite symbolic for your creative step forward. So we're just finding out, is it your event? Is it an event you go to? It's an event you go to. It's being part of an event. Being part of an event? Okay. Yeah, it's being part of an event. So it's like if there was someone was putting on an event, you might be like a speaker, or if you were, you contribute to the event in some matter or form, and that way that creates massive change for you in your career, I feel. Fortune. It's improving the chances of you having more business come your way through the connections. I guess it's a form of networking. Is this correct? Don't know, double check this. Yeah, when I still feel there is some movement, energy about moving. I'm picking all sorts of cards now. I got the new love card. Hey, keep your eyes and ears open. Feel into where you need to be in each moment. The eyes and ears, you're going to have to go outside your comfort zone in order to step forward into a new opportunity to be part of an event. Sounds intriguing. Keep us posted. It's pretty exciting. Any last requests from those in the room that you'd like to hear more about? Whoa, I just felt the urge to, I feel like I don't want to leave. Nope, we're going to end it right here. Thanks for coming, guys. It's been awesome to have you here, and I encourage you to come along next week with some tricky questions for me. Put me on the spot, give me a challenge, and let's unpack some deeper reasons for your to understand your soul's purpose, to understand what is blocking you, how you are in your own way from having more excitement, passion, drive, purpose in your life. See you guys. Ciao for now.